first lesson of the year with Vladyslav, my friend. So, what's the title?
Les Cyclopes.
Les Cyclopes from Rameau. So it's the first time I listen to you. Surprise. Surprise me. Okay, so it's the first time you play it full like that, or you already tried?
First time.
First time, bravo. Okay, so we of course feel that it's in very good construction, the CD is construction, but anyway, it's important to practice now before you finish the piece technically totally, because for the changing of bellow, for example, so you try to do something, so it's not bad at all, but first is the sentence, okay? In Baroque style, you have two very important things as priority. First is the beginning of the bars, the metric of the piece, okay? We all the time need to feel that here is beginning of the bar. Why? Because it's communication and relation with the dance. Because at this time, every music was for dancing. Okay, after Scarlatti and Bach, no more, but still with this influence. And the second thing is the effect of the harpsichord. We play with accordion, of course, but we don't have to copy the harpsichord, but we must take care about what is the result of the articulation of the harpsichord, because this is fundamental. It's not staccato, it's not legato, okay? It's very close. So many times you do good, except you fall a little bit on the track with the stereo, okay? Because for you it's 2 keyboards, but for harpsichord it's just 1 keyboard, okay? So it must be like one. It's complicated because it's not the same sound, it's not, okay. Okay, so speaking first about the bars, try again and just play the 4 first bars. And it's always like in French musette, Baroque style, Baroque is the musette of before. It's because of communication with dance and relation with dance. You need to feel on these 4 bars, the beginning and the end of these 4 bars, okay? Like in musette, you have all time 4 bars. Wow. And you see now it's perfect because you just think that you begin here and you finish here. So you have the story about the laugh. Okay? And that's perfect. One more time. Okay? So now a little bit on the details. It's complicated because sometimes you have to do it and sometimes you must not do it. This wow, on the trillo we need, but it's a little bit shocking on the second bar when you play this La and Re, because the harpsichord cannot do that. It's a pity, but all the singers at the time do that, and it's not exactly only them that do that, it's the church who do that, okay, because the sound have a reverberation and come back. We need to imitate, but the harpsichord cannot do that. So you see that fine compromise. What I would like is when you play, okay, is out like that, elegant out, but not because that's if it was singing part, yes, but it's not. Sorry. Okay, but it's too early now because the resonance will be a little bit longer. Even if it's not the resonance of the harpsichord itself, it will be the resonance of the room because at this time they play in castles, so big room with big resonance, or church. Okay, so important is the cue of the sound. As immediately when you play it, just think to leave it, but to close the clapet like that, to make imitation resonance. Okay, I didn't listen. I was listening to the beginning and I was thinking about it and I didn't listen. Probably it was good because I was not sure. Try again. Okay. So it's much better. It's still a little bit too much. Pop. I would prefer pop. Okay, as long as the resonance. Like if you want to make a bending, try. You will not be able to make a bending on these 2 sounds. So try to do it. Okay, one more time. I'm so much discovering the piece. I have problem to focus on one point. I should do it. It was much better. Okay, but I have a lot of things to say on the first bar now. Okay. And anyway, you cannot make a declension low with the bellow here. So it will always be a little bit pop. It's obliged because on the left hand you make so you cannot. You make life also on this left hand. Okay. Remember what I said to you about the metric of this music to help the dancer to know where they have to make the steps. Okay, so tim pam, because it's 2-2. Okay, it's written. So 2-2, you have look, is 1 down, 1 up. Okay, and on the dance will be the same. Down, tim, ta, so I don't know how to dance that, and I don't mind, but it must be connected, of course. So, can you play the first bar plus the first sound of the second bar with the idea of dancing like down, up, down. Only the left.
So 1 down, it's 2.
The-
Like
no, the
1,
fir-
2,
the fir-
3, 4.
It's not 1, 2, 3, 4 because you have to feel only 2. It's pam, tim, tim, papa, ti, pata, pata. Okay? That's why it's written 2. It's of course you have 4 beats per bar, but because it's written 2 for the spirit of tam tiga taga taga ta and not tam tiga tiga taga tam. Okay, that forget. Otherwise we will use a little bit somewhere, but not here. Now it's on your movement, because the movement makes the sound. First time I say it, I will say it all the time like an old man who repeats the things, you know. Because you must make bam, pim, bam. Yeah, and don't play the last one like if it's the end, is because you will not have that. You will have can play fully the 2 bars just to be the reality. Yeah, without slow down and tim papa ti pata patam. Okay, on the, you can also play the 4 bars of the left. Then you are the movie. Yeah, not bad. Again. Yeah, perhaps we could try. I will try first because sometimes I want to say something, but if I don't try, I don't know. So, which sound I will use? There's this one. So, what is the sound? Okay, like. Okay. I've used, but. Try to do what try to move like me. The second one I don't press because it's on the air. So the first one I press more, but I jump from the first one to the second one to imitate the dance of the. I jump with my arm a little bit. I hop, hop. Very good for the second one. But the first one, you really you need to, and it's 2 different movements because it's 2 different legs. Point. Now, yeah, yes, but you must do the same movement for the first one before and same movement for the second one before. Yeah, you need to have 2 movements because it's steps. Okay, so you need to move the step, but not the same length of sound because the first one is on the ground and the second one is also from, and the third one. Yeah, okay. And now try to forget a little bit because now you do too much. It's very simple. Yeah, but don't forget to bounce. Yeah. Okay. And the articulation on the right hand is all the time better. Can you make the right hand only from the first bar? Like that, what's genial. Yeah, but it's pam pi bada bada bada. Yeah, and now make the left hand.
See.
You do it. Okay, do them together at the same time. Yeah. Okay, without this stopping lento because you miss the idea. Yeah, and you need to have the first sound the same, exactly the same that you do on the left. Because the left you do palm, and the right hand is palm. Okay, and then you are connected. Yeah, again. Try to be more natural with your face. You try to do so many things now. It's simple, beautiful, simple. Look at me. Well, yes, don't close your eyes. Breathe with your mouth. Yeah, of course. Yeah, okay. Now for the left hand. Now you focus on the sentence, but you forget that the movement makes the sound. The movement will make the intonation of the sound, but the movement will put your finger on the right button also, which is very important. So, how? On the left, tin, tada, up, your neck must go a little bit on your left, okay? And not your nose on your right, because if you do the nose on the right, you have the shoulder who goes up and the hand who goes in the opposite direction. What you want is to go around your thumb, okay? So around your thumb, it's like that, yeah. Oh, it works so good. And you don't need to do it a lot. You just need to think, I don't need nothing for the right hand, it's too easy, I'm top free. But the left hand is not free at all, okay? So this movement of neck saves every situation. When you have to go from down to up, neck. From up to down, neck. And when you pull, when you play on the direction of opening the bellow, when you do that, plus that, it's totally different if you do that to reach the point or that, because when you do that, you still pull. But when you do just up and down, you block your bellow. So the keyboard becomes softer and you are, okay? Then, when you push, it's exactly the same, because when you do that, you contribute with the neck to push on the bellow. If you do just that, you stop the bellow and the keyboard becomes soft and you are, okay. Try now with the same articulation, right and left, two first bars, and you stop. Okay, so now of course we miss the beauty of the hum, because you don't think to make two movements. 1, 2, jump, jump on the left. And can you play only right and left, the first beat? Hum. Yeah, I listen, pa, I want. Because I make the movement before. You pull and play and say, no, you pull and play. But I want you to jump before. Because it's like percussion, you see? Percussion is not that, it's that. Yeah, boom, this is luck. One more, it's luck. Yeah. It's beautiful because you have the imitation of the percussion of the metallic string on the string plus the imitation of the resonance. So now you will accept to do this movement. Pom, pipa, diba, da, ba, bom. Yeah, okay. It smells the work for the moment, but it will be there. Bars 3 and 4. Palm, be careful. Now you want to do good. Light, but it's too light, and it's the step down, and finish the resonance. Pam, pibada. Yeah. You missed something?
Yeah.
Bravo. Yeah, but about 3 and 4. You don't have the time to make you need to jump on the trillo. Okay? So here, yes, because you have da di da di da di da di da repetition, make accumulation of sound, accumulation of resonances, and it make alive for sure. And the trillo is just here to say, with more sound, we insist on the quantities that make the quantity of sound. Okay? Yeah, but the trillo, you take it too loud. You need to, the life, baby, small baby, not the shouting one, the small one, cool. like that. Yeah, that is good, that is very good. And now you have a problem with this one on the left. What you do on the left, show me only the left hand bar, bar 3 and 4, only the left. Is bam. Oh, but that's lovely. Why you don't do that when you play both hands, for example? That's very great.
Together?
Yeah. So now we have a paradox on the fact that the beginning of the fourth bar, I ask you to play piano on the trillo, but you have the important step on the beginning of the bar. So that means the left hand must be a little bit longer, but you need to choose who is the boss. The boss is the metric, so we make longer the left palm, but the last bar must be a summary about the life on the trillo, okay? Because you have tin daga 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 tin daga 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 ram, okay? So pianissimo on the beginning of the trillo, and the left hand a little bit longer. If you make the left hand a little bit longer, here it will insist on the palm, so we know where was the beat. But if it's a little bit longer for your trillo, it will help the beginning of the trillo. At one condition is you don't play down, out. You must play middle keyboard, out. Okay. Then the keyboard on the right will be a little bit more soft at the beginning, that help you. And after accelerando, because you take out the air, you give back the air to the right hand, and the right keyboard will be softer, harder, and then you accelerate. Strategia. Tecnologia. Yeah. And don't go down too early with the sound. You need to be down after the trillo of the left. But you cannot go down on the beginning of the trillo of the left. And it's not exactly trillo, it's mordante. Okay? So, because you kill the mordante, the energy of the mordante, if you stop the bellow here. You need to papi, papi, perra, just after pam, pram, and then. Yeah, it's much better. It's still not electric, because the sound of the harpsichord is aggressive, electric. Okay, because it's metallic thing or metallic thing, clang, 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 okay, and the big room makes the resonance. But I need to have this aggressivity a little bit, otherwise we are not on style. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. For today, so it's okay, I accept that. Okay, so you remember, you have the video for that, okay? So, play the next 1, 2, 3, 4 bars. Okay, you want help? But I told you, first compliment. Articulation right left, this is a dream. It looks like, if we don't look, we don't understand that with your old broken instrument, that we don't understand it's right left. You succeed to have exactly the same sounds and articulation, bravo. But you cannot stop anything is in, okay, it's 4 bar, like one big part, okay, so don't stop. And if you want to succeed to play the left hand, instead of doing that, which is not allowed, just do your neck on the left, point. The other left. Yeah, that one. Okay, let's resolve that. Do it slowly, the left hand only.
Just.
Yeah, not the stereo, because it's nonsense to play this alone. At the moment you jump, neck left. And you play too much like a fart of flies. It's not that. It's, where is it? It's, yeah, it will be something like with harpsichord. Extremely legato. But on the same time, extremely staccato, okay? But play more legato. because you will not be able to do it because you don't have time. Okay, so now you have a small psychological stress on that jump because you tried many times and you destroyed it. So I will do like with my horses. We will stop before the difficulty. When the horse thinks it's difficult, he accelerate because he has panic, adrenaline. And this adrenaline pushes you to the mistake. It wants to help you, but it doesn't. Okay, so you leave too far away, too early, too fast, before the jump. So we will stop, not on the jump, but before the jump. The finger number 4 on the third row bottom, perhaps. Yeah, that one. For the moment, no neck. Push you, you know that you have to move, obliged to you to say no. Because it's like with a child. You say no, don't do that. The first thing you want to do is to go why. Okay? It's the same. So stop and not neck. Very good. Again. Yeah. You will not have the time to make pom pom but it will be not this weight on the first fa dièse because it's not the first sound of the bar. Yeah, and you need to be on the energy. Yeah, you move too much. It's not beautiful and it's push you to make mistake. Okay, you need to feel the energy but don't show it. It's still too much. Don't accept to make. Stay with me. Put on your bellow and play. Yeah, but you still make something with your mouth. Try to control your face because this is the prediction of energy. Okay, it's just simple. You make a little bit with your whole body. That means a small peak shock on the bellow that eject one finger. Okay, can you sing it again? Okay. So it's just when you have technical problems, sing it because it's association of quantity of sound second. Okay. Now you are perfectly here. Now you are perfectly here. Perfect. Okay. When you understand psychologically, you do. Okay. Now you will do tagadagada short, neck, and continue. Yeah. Neck. More neck. Yeah. Take it down. You have two movements. You will not be able to make ning, so you will have one general. Yeah, neck. Take it down. And?
Tout.
Yeah. Good. Take it down. Yeah. Take it down. Take it down. Very. It's 4. I didn't hear, that's why. Okay. Strategy with your body is to go down, down, and down, if you can. Yeah. You need to feel your eyes. You look at me, and your eyes close exactly at the first moment. That means you are totally in reflex. You don't. It's just 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's very easy, you know, for your fingers. It's easy, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not like 12, you know, it's 4. So 4, you shouldn't be afraid. So take it down. Feel the tension first, okay, and take it down. Yeah, neck, take it down. Yeah, neck, yep. And when you move your neck like that, continue to feel the music on your rear external part. On the silence. I still, in my music, I pull, and then the first sound is still, it works. Okay, now slowly accelerate slowly. With connection. You are too much on your right. Put one hand on the top of the accordion, keep the instrument here, and you go there. And it's like if you pull the right keyboard on your right and you go on the left, like that. And it will be too loud if you do that. So be careful. Yeah, you refuse to go on the left with your neck. You're afraid. It's not enough, but it's more fluent. Left, left, left. Okay, very good. Okay. Okay, now let's go back to the stereo. You will play these two bars stereo plus the first sound high, but not this one, okay, because it's too fresh, so you will break it. Remember two things that I begin the lesson with. First is the metric, and then is the sentence. Okay. Here, you all the time begin the first sound short, 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 because you begin piano and is tinga taka 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 tinga taka 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 tinga taka taka. You feel everywhere tinga taka 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 tinga taka 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 tinga taka 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 1 2 1 2, but it's not taka 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 taka, because then we don't understand. Try. Yeah, and it's high. Okay, from here, we will go down. Okay, and we will go down. I mean, not so much because we are on the climax of the sentence, but this, the direction of the music goes down. But after you have okay, so I don't want the waves like that. So it will be okay, 4 bars. Yeah, but we never listen the beginning of the second bar. It must be discrete because I don't want you make it's not exactly that. It's more no. Yeah, and now plus the sentence. You need to have this intonation that go from down to up. Plus, we need to feel where are the down, up, down, up. Okay, can you stop at the first sound from the left? You make the first bar plus the first sound of the second bar. Yeah, but I want. Now you did. Tika 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 ta. I want. Tika taka 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 ta. But I have the last one, but not the first one. Take your time. The first one is tika taka 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 ta. If you want to isolate the first sound, that means the second sound needs to arrive later. Isolation. Hey, why you didn't do that from the first time? Do I sing so badly? Okay, that was great. Now you take from the first sound of the second bar and stop on the highest sound, but without this deep crescendo. Do you want me to repeat to put the second sound, the first sound of the left later? Yeah. But one is missing now. Yeah. No? Yeah. I want you to stop on this one.
Yeah.
Yep, again. Okay, and not that staccato right left. Yeah, but now you play. Not staccato means sounds longer, but not deeper. Okay, it makes sense, but no. I don't know. Yeah, okay, now you play first, soli accelerando, and second, soli accelerando. Don't forget that it's a legato, but legato with arm. Okay, that means legato is the length of the sound, but who makes the sound is the arm, not the finger. You miss something. No, take your time. It's normal. I break your reflex. So now you need to have more reflection. Okay, don't stop at all from the beginning now and think about the intonation. Yeah, but now it's too much, okay? You need to think about, but don't do it. Yeah, of course. You should do that movement a little bit with your elbow, left one, okay? And right one. Just to, it's very intelligent what I say to you now. To keep your finger on the keys. Yes. Magical, no? It's very magical. You make mistake because the movement makes the sound. You have the wrong movement. Which one? I don't have the finger on the button. Put them. I mean, it's simple, no? And it was so clear, brilliant, perfecto. You play good, my friend. So, blah, 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 I don't want. Next bar, the two next bars. Yeah, but can you, now it's time, okay, it's not your fault, okay, because it's the situation now. You created a lot of small parts, very good, like a puzzle. So you created all the small things of the puzzle. Now we put the things together, okay? These two bars, it's one. It's yeah, and okay, on the organization of the rhythm. You feel the heads? Do it slowly like that. Okay. And now you just feel or tra. Okay, you just have to take out your arm after the B flat. Is B flat? Yeah. To jump on the A later to make tram papam. Okay, to win time. Now you have this again, little bit psychological stress. Your brain consciously asks something to your body, but your unconscious in the same brain say, never. I'll practice it, I know it, I will do like I know. No. So just make out. Yeah, again. And it's not it's two things. It's immediate, Trilo. You don't have time. Yeah. And it's too much. I want a little bit more if you can, or just faster. The same. You insist too much on the first one, so it slows you down. You make I want understand, because it's the first beat. But it's not the first sound of the mordante who is important. That beat the important is the mordante. And the mordante is brr. So the whole brr is on boom. You understand what I mean? It's very clear. to be sure that you go fast. You don't have time to make camping on the first B flat, okay? So don't stop with your neck. It's not that, it's that. Ah, say brr.
Brr.
Is that. No accent, because the accent make harder your keyboard, and harder keyboard is difficult to play. Don't change nothing from the intonation of the from the sound and the tension of the bellow. I don't want I just want to resolve this problem. Make only the mordante. Okay, can you make 4? 4. You move too much. You move too much. You look at me. You don't change nothing. I say you move too much, and you say okay. I move too much. Okay, I move too much. That means don't move so much. Yeah, and don't. You are not straight. It's only the energy from the preparation. You make so that make tension too much. It's just be elegant. Like Ukrainian tractor. Forget. Now you make the tension. Take out your arm. 2 fingers on the. You pull very slowly like that. And you are ready, and do that now. Little bit, yeah. Et content, very soft. And when you want the again. You articulate too much, you lose time. It's like electric. Yeah? No? Yeah? You move too much, don't move at all. You move too much. You make accent with your neck. Yeah, don't block your finger on your hand. All the technique I teach you to control totally your finger on your hand for the runs is always. But on the Trilo, it's difficult. You see video of me playing. When I play Trilo, I am like that. It's absolutely nonsense. Trilo, you need to forget. Okay, it's free down and not crispation. Free. Yeah, but if we don't listen the first sound, it's because you don't press the key. I love this sentence. So, say huh? Yeah, but say it more. You articulate too much. That means you will move too much your finger. Just the end of the tongue. More high. Okay? Now, like that. And with this movement. You do all too much. It's electric on the. Don't touch it. Yeah, of course. And perhaps you pull too much. Now do that with the left hand. Okay. Why it's more simple when you play with the left hand?
Air go to the left.
And the right keyboard is not playable. Okay? So, bravo. That's why it's important to practice without, and after when you put the left. Okay. And now. Yeah, the left hand is much better now. It's still too heavy. Okay, we'll not spend 1 hour more on that. You need to be more electric, but for that you need to practice like I told you. And do not hesitate to make just to feel the sensation one by one on the key. Okay, let's jump to the. After it's exactly the same thing because it's the same text but with different sound. This okay. To win time, you know this is genial with Baroque because we already practice all music except for the. But yes, it's the same. You need to have the metric. You need to have 2 ways of thinking: vertical, horizontal. Vertical is 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Whatever happens. Okay? And the other one is. Okay? It's so logical because it's all the time the same movement from down to up to down. And when you take the microscope, you have each bar. I see that you sleep. When you have each bar, So you have 4 bar and 4 bar. And after, on each bar is tiga daga daga daga, it's again that. And each sound is ti. Okay? So, microscope. Good luck. We need to have the first of the left always a little bit later. Otherwise, you don't have more weight. More weight not inside, more weight on the length. You go now. You are an angel, my friend. You are a sponge. I am frozen everywhere. It's just revolution. Okay, you made mistake. I'm not dead, but I speak about you understood. Okay, and I like when I do debility in front of you. It works with you. Okay. Okay. Now we arrive on the next part, where there are some chords on the right. You think too much about the beginning of the chord, but not the end of the sound. Okay, the chord must be perhaps even arpeggio. Can you play without arpeggio for the moment the 2 first bars? Yeah. Can you arpeggio just the first one or the second bar? Something like ram tam ram pam. Why not? It can be this one or any of them, okay? But you have to impress me and to be creative, okay? You can even arpeggio from high to low if you want. Can you try that? Tim, tam, tigadam, tam. Yeah, it doesn't change nothing, okay? But continue. But now it's good, and it's not tam, 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 but it's tam, 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 tam. Try again. Yeah, but don't stop. When you play small parts, you need to focus on the quantity, on the full things. Yeah, after. Team, tak. Yeah, we need to have all the time the intonation. If you have da da di da di da da, it's the movement of reverence. Ta, we show you and na na ni no ni no no. Okay, and I listen ta ta ba da ba da ba da. No. Because you press too much, okay? You need to change totally your spirit on the trilos, and everywhere you should find the beginning of the bar and the end of the bar. What is happening on the bar? Look at the structure is ta tika tika taka ta tika tika taka ta, okay? Everywhere tam tika tika taka ta, okay? On the length, not on the weight, but on the musical weight. Then.
And how do you prefer in this? Tan da 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 dum or tan da 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 da. Like on crescendo, like forte, piano crescendo, or
you can do exactly what you want, and you can even change mine. Important is you don't play tam diga da 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 da. Okay? Do what you want. If you do too much, I will be there to tell to you. But for the moment, you can create. And to finish that part, okay, so we don't have all the quality of the articulation I like. We don't have the metric vertical, and we don't know where to go horizontal. Okay, so try to feel first. You play against that part and feel the ta, ti, ta, ti. Try to play faster, just to try. I don't know. I'm not sure at all about the tempo we will do. But more I listen to you, I don't want to go too fast to lose these beauties, these details. But it's boring if it's too slow. So. Okay. So I think here you have accumulation of the idea. One time, yes, because what's happening? Yeah. Okay. So, okay, but now it's a little bit too early to speak about all these things. We will do that for next lesson when we will change the below and all the stuff. Keep in mind, find your weight. The first one, second one. The first one, second one. I remind you that the weight is the length, not the weight inside. Then, articulation right, left, all the time. But now it's perfect. You have exactly the same one, genial. And resolve your problem with trillos. Be careful to keep the tempo. I hate the metronome, but sometimes try with metronome. It will kill, of course, the beauty. You will not listen to the details, but you will realize that you are too much elastic, okay? And the elastic sometimes for the bad reason, because technically it's good if you slow down a little bit. We will do something at the end, but too much is too much, okay? Bravo.
Thank you for the lesson.
My pleasure. I'm so happy to have the first lesson of the year with you. It was exactly the right moment. Bravissimo.